All right, everyone. Today, we're diving into something pretty wild. It's a document called the Disclosure Project Briefing Document, and it makes some of the most unbelievable claims you can imagine. We're talking about a conspiracy so big, it's supposedly the biggest secret in all of human history. So yeah, let's get right into it and unpack what's inside.
Okay, so the whole thing kicks off with this single foundational claim. It's actually framed as a proposed speech to the entire world, and it says point blank that we are not alone. It claims that advanced civilizations have been visiting us for decades, especially right after we developed nuclear weapons. That's a pretty big deal.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The document immediately pivots. It says, hey, the visitors are a huge deal for sure, but the real story? That's actually a powerful, illegal, and, deeply dug in human conspiracy that's been hiding this whole reality from every single one of us.
So naturally, this leads to the big question, right? The one the whole briefing document is trying to answer. Who is hiding this secret, and why are they doing it? This is really the heart of the whole conspiracy theory, so let's break down what the document actually says about it.
All right, so we're diving into what the document calls the deep state cover-up. And how does it explain all this? Well, according to the source, we're not talking about an official government secret here. Nope. It's claiming there's a secret transnational group that has illegally been controlling all the info and tech on this for more than 70 years.
And the document gets really specific about who this group is. It's described as this kind of criminal hybrid organization, part covert government, part corporate. The idea is that it operates completely outside of any constitutional oversight. Basically, it's its own rogue government. The claim is that this group just seized total control of the whole UFO thing back in the 1950s and has been running the show ever since, with no rules and no one to answer to.
So how do they back this up? Well, they point to President Eisenhower's famous farewell address. The one where he warns about the military-industrial complex. The document argues this wasn't just some general warning for the future. No, it claims Eisenhower was speaking from his own experience, that he had literally lost control of these very projects to this secret group while he was still president.
So what this means is that this group isn't just sitting on a secret, keeping it quiet. According to this document, they are an aggressive, fully operational force. We're talking about them actively tracking and even shooting down ET vehicles, reverse engineering whatever they capture, and running massive psychological warfare campaigns to totally control what you and I think about all this.
And this is where the claims get even wilder. This leads us to what might be the most mind-bending part of the whole document. The idea that our entire cultural fear of an alien threat wasn't an accident, it was deliberately manufactured.
This really breaks it down. Think about all this scary stuff you hear in UFO lore. Alien abductions, invasion stories, animal mutilations, all that. Well, the document claims that's all a PsyOp. It's saying these aren't real extraterrestrial events at all. Instead, they're staged, covert human operations designed to make us afraid, to create a false enemy. Now that's a huge claim, right? So to back it up, the document points to this quote from the well-known astrophysicist Jacques Vallée. He's cited as saying he has a document confirming that the CIA was simulating UFO abductions down in Latin America as psychological warfare experiments. I mean, that is a bombshell if true.
Okay, so if the threat is fake, then what's the point of this massive, decades-long cover-up? What are they really hiding? Well, according to this document, it's not just about hiding the visitors. It's about hiding their technology. Technology that could literally change everything about our world. And the document paints this as a huge fork in the road for humanity. On one path, if this technology was used for peace, it could supposedly wipe out poverty and pollution in just one generation. Think about that. But on the other path, the one we're supposedly on, it's been weaponized. We're talking advanced EMP weapons, things they call scalar weapons that are allegedly being used to shoot down ET craft and, as the document says, pose a grave threat to all of us. So, with the stakes this high, the document doesn't just lay out the problem and leave it there. It actually proposes a solution, a specific plan for how to get this information out. They call it asymmetric disclosure.
So what is asymmetric disclosure? The whole idea is basically a whistleblower-led takedown. The plan is to get operatives from inside these illegal black projects, people they call defectors, to come forward and just dump all the proof directly to the public. We're talking photos, videos, documents, the whole shebang. The goal is to bypass the official channels completely and force the government's hand, making it impossible to ignore anymore. And listen to this isn't some vague plan for someday. The document puts a very specific and very urgent deadline on it. It claims that these defectors will be coming forward with all this evidence before January 20th, 2025. That's not that far away.
So let's just wrap our heads around what this document is claiming. A 70-year-old secret government controlling alien tech, a completely manufactured alien threat to keep us scared, and a plan for whistleblowers to blow the whole thing wide open very, very soon. It all leaves us with one massive provocative question to think about. If a secret this big were actually revealed tomorrow, what would really change? For all of us, for our world, and for our understanding of our place in the universe,